catch my wave. You'll burn out if you jump into the fire. Though you make it out that you desire, no ceiling was that never be the same. You burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing right through your veins? Though you make it out that you desire, no ceiling was that never be the same. You burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you make it all that you desire, no silly wins that never be the same.
By many accounts, one of the most underrated home venues in all of the NFL resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Tennessee Titans. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Wilson. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. After last week's loss, you bet this offense probably wanted to come out with a little more fire than a 3-and-out.
And I'm sure that people are saying, hey, come on, Coach, where was the pregame talk? Have these guys ready to go? But you and I both know it goes into preparation and practice and being ready to go. That gives you the confidence to come out and play. They've got to find that and fast.
At the 48-yard line.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
On the Seahawks' 49-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. And this is caught at the 8. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Focusing on me, we're from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle, pockets LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I want to see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that. It's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where you burn, man.
I got one. 36. Deep. Check three.
A first look now for Darrington Evans. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
Hey. Check Mike 54.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
No gain on the play.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Watch the screen.
Here's Henry. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground, because we know that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense, because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Now they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
Check.
They go play action with Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Complete to number 14.
DK Metcalf. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Now it's Tannehill. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. And it's 3rd down.
A.J. Brown.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Here we go.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Seahawks.
Penny, a 1st down carry. Past the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 18-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. And it's caught. And he'll be out of bounds. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down.
1st and goal, Seattle.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Hey, watch the slant. Mike 5-5. Mike 55. 0-0-0. Mike 55. Good. In your face.
Here's a run with Ballage. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Seattle.
Kalen Ballage, his first touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score Seahawks 14, Titans 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They'll be fun from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
3.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
He don't want none. Mike's 5-4. Mike's tag. 5-4. 3 buzz. Mike's 50.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Now it's Lockett. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10.
At their own 31-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
First down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, alert. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Turn it. 54's Mike. Check. Watch the. Let's go double count right here. Double count. Quarterback at all costs. You go tight. You got tight right there.
They snap it at one. Now Wilson. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. And even 50 yards.
At the 2-yard line.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Touch 50. 14.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
I'm highly favored. Don't want to blame me. No conversation. Ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking. No hesitation.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Hey, watch that.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill.
Touchdown, defense.
It's caught on the right side at Smith. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Complete.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play.
A 6-yard pickup.
But the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Derrick Henry. He won't go down. 4 yards the pickup, first down. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
89.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Just a yard to go here on second down.
Watch 54. Squeeze, double up.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Back to throw, Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Henry. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 30, the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown, Seattle.
Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but if the ball's in the air, they treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that want to keep you where you've been before.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Tannehill able to find Henry out of the backfield. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
At the Seahawks' 47-yard line.
Barbados with the hustle pockets, distinctive destinations, all I want to see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Let's go. Switch. Yo, trip left. Watch twist. Run.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
The Seahawks.
That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun. Wilson. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 3rd down. From the gun, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
First down, Seattle.
Go team. Check 55, Mike. Down to lose 1.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Now a timeout taken.
To DK Metcalf.
Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First down.
Power. Front left. Check 55 to Mike. Get in the weight room.
Now Wilson on first down. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
It's 2nd down and 10.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this one is right down the middle. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Derrick Henry, the ball carrier.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's go, baby. Turn up. Let's get that ball.
Again, it's Henry. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defense in front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
You don't know no better. Mike 56, Mike 56.
Tannehill now to throw. And right side, Henry's got it. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. He's going to air one out. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
At the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. They begin with a quick throw out left, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
A gain of 16 yards. 1st down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Here's Wilson to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
The Titans take
and
over
for an
first and
offense
10
that is struggling,
at
this
their
is
own
not where
9-yard
you want to
line.
start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And all the way to the opposite 45. It's a big run there by Henry. 46 yards. Trailing here in the third, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. A quick throw here out to Brown. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Go. Hip. Go.
Tannehill.
54, Mike.
Henry's got it out on the left side. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 20-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Switch up. Out. Face.
From the red zone now, Tannehill. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said, it's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
A gain of 15.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Mike, 54. Let's go double count right here. Double count. Sponge. No. Okay.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Caught left side by Hilton.
Wilson's
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
6-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Check tight. Check tight. Deep. Play.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Forced out to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Lucas. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
26-yard line.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans have made this a one-score game.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
And the
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. From the gun, a give to Penny. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
Right there. 54 Mike. It's a party now.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 44, Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
The Seahawks on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Wilson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. After the interception, here's Tannehill. Airing it out deep for Smith. A big play that time for the Titans. 51 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Off play action, Tannehill. Flush to his right, and it's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Exit. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Seattle.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I'm coming. Under 10. Under 10. Go.
They'll run on first down. It's Henry. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up, and the
at the
reinforcements
38-yard
arrive,
line.
you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did, that time for a loss.
38-yard line, 2nd and 11.
56. You run. Shift. Watch the shift.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. Being chased out left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Hey, defense, let's go.
Now Rashad Penny. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
The Seahawks ball carrier.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
You don't want none, baby.
Again, it's Penny. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
The ball carrier.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
A 2-yard
Brandon,
gain
I've got to
on the
think
play.
this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Seahawks on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now Balaj. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Shreds the tackle. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
1st down, Seattle.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Balaj. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
At the 13-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Toss play to Balaj.
It's over. It's over. Let's dominate.
Score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kalen Balaj. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the numbers. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Bobby Wagner, the former second-rounder out of Utah State with a sack. Blitz came there from the inside, and there just wasn't much resistance.
No, not at all. That means that defensively, they timed it up perfectly and matched up perfectly. They drew all the blockers to the other guys, left a free runner back to the quarterback. And you know what a free runner turns into?
What?
A free hitter.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Derrick Henry brings up 3rd down.
3rd and long. It's Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Tiger. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go.
Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Me and you all day. I'm coming after you. Right there, 54, right there. 54, Mike. Let's go, D. Hey. Under crunch.
They snap it to Tannehill. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
Tannehill's pass.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee.
Everyone, you got 4 down.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they will take a knee here.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they can pick up something. Instead, they were thrown for a loss.
Today's final score.
Charles, it's one
Seahawks
thing to win. It's
45,
another thing to win and put up the amount of
24.
points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.